In the center of the busy city of New York, a little cafe named The Melody is located nearby. Nestled on a peaceful lane, this cafe is not well known for its ornate cocktails or opulent sweets, but for its melody. Each evening, the cafe changes into a little stage where gifted local performers perform, arrive at Play Lily. A little child with lengthy, brilliant blue eyes, brown hair, and a gorgeous chocolate brown complexion is, at The Melody, a waiter. But her actual passion is music. And Lily has a lovely voice, but due to her extreme shyness, she has never ventured to perform in front of a large audience. One evening as Lily went about her daily business, a stranger came into the cafe, and his name was Alex, a well-known and prosperous person? Alex, the businessman, was a lovely and attractive dude, but he's also quite conceited and self-assured. He often made fun of the waitresses. In this one evening at the cafe, the ambiance in the cafe was as silent as usual. Lily felt at ease, and as usual the clients were being served in silence. Nevertheless, one client, made Alex the arrogant, made her feel uneasy. Individual about whom she had heard tales about his chilly and unpleasant personality. When the coffee was delivered by Lily at Alex's table, an unforeseen circumstance happened when she unintentionally let the coffee to spill on his dapper shirt right away. Alex's eyes glistened and he scowled. Cunningly, "It seems like you're making an effort," he responded, "to put on a special show for me. Ironically, I believe you should. I'd love to hear you apologize with a song. Perhaps your voice will make this garment softer." His friends chuckled. Immediately, Lily had a surge of, she felt embarrassed since she knew that Alex was only making fun of her, not to recognize her abilities. But she understood that she couldn't let her haughtiness overcame her. "Thank you. I appreciate you helping me find my singing voice capacity in a circumstance such as this," she answered with a little grin, preserving her poise. "Although I must reveal myself for the sake of, I'll sing sarcasm to take accountability for my actions just now," as an Alex snarled in apologies. But on the inside he was further shocked. Lily, whom he believed might. He demonstrated power by being readily subdued. Did not anticipate that this altercation had just recently started, yet it had already sparked an interest in Alex that he had never sensed before. To Lily's cautious entrance onto this was her first time performing on stage. She seemed composed in front of the throng, but she was really somewhat perplexed. But she softly took a seat on the piano chair, and she examined Alex's hand in the crowd. She couldn't help but feel underneath her heart. Her heart began to quiver like if it were about to leap from her chest right now. Her co-workers continued to encourage her in the busy coffee shop environment, store a distinct voice akin to the sound of a bell, but in a soft, kind voice. Suddenly, a voice was heard that wasn't only a melody, but also a narrative sense of desire expressed in each lyrics. A glistening lily and a radiant grin appeared on stage as the artist's voice is raised to make everyone became hushed in astonishment, and love her voice, as if it were a miracle, might alleviate suffering, eliminate melancholy, and provide amazing sublime to the audience. Feelings. Alex was shocked by what he was listening to, something he had never heard. Like Lily sang well, as if she was giving every note her all heart. When Lily had completed singing, the cafe was still, then roared. Alex rose up when the hush was broken by applause. His gaze never strayed from Lily, who was stood on the stage, her still trembling from passion. His breathing marched in her direction, each stride full with surprise as well as adoration. "Alex, you're really gifted." His speech was genuine and full of feeling. "I didn't know a waitress could. You have such a lovely voice. Really astounded me." He stopped, gazing intently into Lily's. "I'm not sure whether you believe me, eyes, but I really wish to assist you in enhancing your skill I possess, relationships I have, and experiences. It might assist you in developing your musical. Do you want me to assist Lily in her career?" So joyful and thrilled, she was incredibly astonished to hear these words, which she recognized that she may get assistance from Alex, fulfill her dream. However, simultaneously, she also felt she was concerned because she thought Alex would simply use her gift to further his own objectives. As she glanced at Alex, her eyes full with having complex feelings. "Which I value your offer," she murmured in a shaky voice. "A little. But I need time to consider. I'll refrain from making any choices." Later, with remorse, Alex nodded in comprehension. "I understand Lily's hesitation," he remarked. "This is a crucial choice, and you have every right to think about it." "I'll be patiently waiting for your," in reply, he produced a business card and gave it to Lily. "My phone number is here." "If you're okay with that," Alex said. Lily grabbed the card between her fingers and called me. She tightened her grip around it and glanced at Alex. One last time, her eyes remained unsure. She responded, "Thank you. I'll think about it." "For having faith in me," Alex grinned. "Have faith in your abilities," he advised. "Have faith that you can do great things." Things that happened the night Lily came home with conflicting emotions. Alex's business card remained silent in her pocket, but the weight of seemed to be a burden on her heart. Spent the whole night unable to Alex's comments, reverberated in her mind while she slept. "You really are gifted. I want to assist you in becoming a... If you agree, Star, here is my phone number. Call me Lily, and I'll recall the earnest gaze." Moment Alex spoke those words in his eyes. However, terror quickly returned and engulfed her. Does he really wish to assist her? Or is he only a manipulator seeking to take advantage of her aptitude? For his own reasons, Lily never ventured to consider leaving her protective shell. She was habit of singing for enjoyment, singing to unleash her feelings. But she never had the courage to want to be on a large stage and in front of thousands of. The idea of spectators made her both thrilled and terrified because of her fear that a dream could finally come true, as she was unsure whether she had the bravery to confront the difficulties and challenges to get him started on the journey. She was terrified of being in the limelight. Despite rumors and criticism from others, she was worried that she wouldn't have enough strength, sufficient to withstand the demands, and the world of show business is full with temptations, hazards, and most of all, she was terrified she would be harmed and used, was left behind after she was no longer valuable. Lily stood in silence before her eyes were full with tears in her mother's chamber. She was moved by her mother's slender body. Sewing an old shirt while seated underneath her mother's hair had a golden hue that she is already gray, and her wrinkles face has become more profound over the years of struggle that she was aware. Her mother had never grumbled about life's challenges. However, Lily was unable to forget the dreary days. While her mom would continue to work and her hands were shaking as she kept track of every dime she couldn't forget. When she and her mother departed, eager to save cash so that she might get a new gown, or the late evenings when her mom spent the whole night while she was ill. Lily inhaled deeply and powerfully. With a surge of resolve in her heart, she couldn't allow her life to remain unchanged. Therefore, she wanted to alter in order to provide her mother with a better existence free from difficult days' work in the morning when the sun comes up. Lily sat up as it passed through the window. Her eyes were black in bed because she was restless. She took up her phone at night, reluctantly drawing the number with fingertips on fear. Alex's business card again rose, but it wasn't there this time. Enough to overpower her yearning, she shut her eyes and took a long exhale, and then firmly pushed the call button. The phone repeatedly rang. Alex's booming voice suddenly emerged from the Lily at the other end of the line, grinned. Her voice was a little shaky but also full of tenacity. "Alex, I'll take your offer." Alex was on the other end of the call. After a little period of silence, he stated with thrilling, "But I knew you wouldn't miss this chance. Are you prepared for a new adventure?" Lily clutched the phone. Firmly, her eyes blazing with resolve. "I'm not sure whether I'm prepared yet, but I'd want to give it a go." Alex chuckled as, "If you're brave enough to take the step, I think you'll find a way to come see me. We will talk about the plan this afternoon." Lily nodded despite being aware that he was unable to visit her. "But I'll see you this afternoon after the phone call." Lily sat in silence for a while before she gripped a business card securely. She was aware that from now on, life could change to a new chapter. Be full of difficulties, it may be challenging, but she had determined that she refused to flee any longer, so she got up, went to her mom, and picked her up. Her hands were slender. "I'll try to make things simpler for you, Mom," As time went on, Lily and Alex's, as their relationship evolved, they weren't not only co-workers but also friends on the creative journey. Alex, given his background and commitment, constantly supported Lily, assisting her in not only advance her career as a musician but also discover herself in that cacophonous world. The practice session continued till the late hour of every song was recorded overnight, and occasionally failure made Lily felt worn out, but Alex was there, no matter what. He was patiently not only the one who assisted her in perfecting the melodies but furthermore, the person who gave her encouragement, reminded her to get back up whenever she fell. Lily, I wanted to quit up occasionally, but I'm looking into Alex's warm, determined gaze. She couldn't stop working together. From a modest studio session in Brooklyn to do coffee cafe performances, as well as indie music venues on the overtime, Lily, in the Lower East Side, has not only valued Alex's assistance, but also started to understand he was the most significant companion in her life. Alex's straightforward but kind acts when he gave her a drink of water gently after a demanding practice, when he stood backstage in silence and observed her at every perform on stage, warmed Lily's heart and fluttered Alex's. Skills extend beyond business, but she's also a great musician. He mentors her as a working artist, progressively becoming an essential component of Lily's life. Initially, he only saw her as a gifted individual, but he felt more of a connection the more he watched her shine. Powerful allure of her, the brilliant grin each time she executed, the resolve in her gaze, and even when he felt feeble, he wanted to. More than ever, he felt honored to defend her. Each time he saw Lily on stage, however, there were also inexpressible feelings that he was unable to describe. A fall evening after a showing in a little music cafe, and Alex was invited to Greenwich Village. Lily to stroll about the community, the little peaceful lanes in the gentle melody of live music and golden lights music produced by the nearby bars. In a romantic setting, they remained silent about employment, but started to divulge their deep things they had never dreamed about disclosed to everyone. Lily investigated Alex's gaze, gave off the impression that he wasn't merely a friend who was also understanding. She had someone with whom she could discuss anything. Alex covered Lily's coat with his own shoulders. A shock of energy shook her, flow through her body at that very instant. A pulse skipped in her heart, and she discovered that she was in love with, but love always comes with him. Anxiety. Lily wonders if this sensation will impact her musical career. Worked really hard to create. How does Alex feel? The same. Or is, she simply crazy? And Alex ought to acknowledge his sentiments or hold on to his distance in order to avoid interfering with her work, in addition to his personal affections for each other's growth in silence. Gradually, although nay of them has the bravery to acknowledge and confront it, will they be capable of conquering their anxieties and join a new romantic partnership? Or will they persist in concealing their immediately after that autumnal night Lily become more attracted to Alex? Obvious, but in addition to that, her terror grew. She wasn't a well-known vocalist, not from a wealthy family, but rather an irregular girl attempting to advance in this dazzling city. And Alex was a prosperous businessman and well-known billionaire with access to all he could wanted. The change to be so substantial that Lily dared not ponder any longer, started to put Alex at a distance, avoiding intimate discussions, and Alex was concentrating solely on his task. Although easily discouraged, he saw the Lily's transformation and realized that she was. One night, they built a wall between them. After an impressive performance Alex drew Lily away from the enormous theater, the applauding audience, and brought her to a peaceful nook under the gentle shade. He gazed at her carefully under the streetlights and said, "Lily, I understand what you're fleeing, but are you aware of what the one issue that worries me is not my profession, not celebrity or anything else?" Lily bowed her head, perplexed, not having the courage to meet his gaze. Yet, do you realize how different we are, Alex? I'm just a regular girl, yet you possess. Alex grinned at everything and stepped forward. Because you believe that what I own is greater, more significant than you, Lily. At first I knew you were when I first heard you sing. Unique, and I spend every day with you. I'm more certain that this is not Lily. The world can take your place in my life. Tears came and the emotions in her heart, inferiority appeared to vanish. She came to see that love was not restricted by distinctions or rank, but by hearts that were really in tune. Alex dabbed at her tears, then firmly grasped her hand, saying, "Trust me, Lily. Fear is unnecessary as long as I'll always be here if you want me to." Lily gave a little nod as she walked beside you. Then she embraced Alex without hesitation. She knew in his cozy grip that she had located a location to belong. They stopped hiding after that. Their emotions, Alex kept encouraging them. Lily in her work, but not this time, not only as a friend, but also as someone who showed her unwavering love. With Alex's affection and encouragement, Lily became into increasing self-assurance to shine on. She was often asked to perform on stage, do worthwhile performances, and become well-known. Despite being busy, Alex and the vocalist entrepreneurs always found time for the tale of the girl he loved is not a fairy tale story, but it's lovely in its own right. True love transcends all distinctions and worries. In this opulent city, they discovered one another while composing a new chapter full of the lesson. This anecdote teaches us about happiness is to have the courage to go outside your comfort zone. Don't allow fear to stop you. Brave to push yourself outside your comfort zone. Difficulties you'll find amazing. Things you were unaware of arouse the remarkable person in you. Lily keeps allowing her worries, and she will never let her anxieties rule her. Discover genuine pleasure like Alex did by choosing to prioritize his feelings above societal biases. Only when individuals have the courage to have faith in themselves and confront their genuine emotions, they may do the greatest valuable items in life. If you discover this important tale, don't forget to